Good afternoon and welcome to Colorado for the final game of SimWorld TV's regular season on the final night of the SimWorld Hoops regular season schedule. The lone position in the SimWorld Hoops race to one standings yet to be decided, the number one seed in the Legacy Conference, and it will be decided tonight. Rocky Mountain Monsters playing host to none other than Latin America on the final night of the regular season. I'm Marsh, joined in the booth by B-Ron. B-Ron, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Marsh. Always a pleasure to be here alongside you, and we have a big game on our hands here tonight, my friend.
Indeed we do. We've got a guard-heavy Latin America team as Justin Bell rattles in and out on his first jumper in the game's first offensive possessions. A guard-heavy Latin America squad going up against one of the deeper teams in SimWorld Hoops. It will be a big test of the Latin American defense, both inside and outside, as they get the first bucket of the game to go. 2-0 early on, but for Rocky Mountain, plenty at stake. A win and you get a matchup with Bad Boys Basketball. A loss, you're playing as the 2 seed against reigning Trays in the first round of the race to 1. So certainly plenty on the line, of course, tonight. Again, the lone seed yet to be decided shall be by the end of 32 minutes of basketball here in Colorado.
Absolutely, and I think if I am, Rocky Mountain, obviously you want to win, but I think I would rather face reigning Trays over Bad Boys personally, just because I feel like they match up better with reigning Trays. And my concern there mostly comes with how they would play Lorenzo Phenom and Malcolm Chamberlain together. I think those two, that big combination there is more to worry about than Jason Crosser, or even, and they have other talent there as well. Mostly in the big department, that's where my focus is for that game would be.
Well, certainly that would be a matchup against Japheth Towns, a top 6 player in SimWorld Hoops. For reigning Trays, and this is an extra weekly matchup against Bad Boys Basketball against Lorenzo Phenom. But early on, Latin America up 4-0, first 2 buckets of the game. Rocky Mountain 0 for 3 to kick off their offensive possessions. Justin Bell missing 2 of them. As he tries to go into the ISO, he will. Layup up, and that won't fall. McDougal the board. Backs it out. Kicks it over to Kenneth Gaffney. Gaffney gets a screen there from Ireland early. Going to work now on Edgar Fernandez. That one's kicked out, bounced around. Gaffney, the jumper, gets that to go. First bucket of the game for Rocky Mountain. 4-2 here early on. Good ball movement there from the Monsters.
Yeah, good ball movement there. It really was a journey to get that first basket, starting over 3, but able to get one there, and now we'll see how that opens the gates for them on offense.
Pablo Montejo gets the first bucket of his afternoon off-ball screen there. Justin Bell using his pin down. Zane Davis, beg your pardon, Lucas Banks. Here comes Justin Bell, a little floater. He gets that to go. Justin Bell's been a revelation. That's revelation. There we go. Get the right word, Mark. Revelation here in the second half of the regular season. He has blossomed into the number 1 player. It's good defense there from Ireland early, but better offense from Edgar Fernandez. Justin Bell, though, has been the leading scorer here on this team for the entirety of the season, but much of the second half is when he's really displayed his dominance as he tries to go against J-Mo, and a tough bucket there. J-Mo, one of the league's better defenders, unable to stop Bell.
Yeah, Justin Bell averaging 15.4 points per game, like you said, leading the team in the category, and they have, obviously, Ireland early, so he can shoot the 3-ball extremely well. He's made 69 of those, made 3s all season. And, electric 3-point shooter. They have a lot of talent on the Rocky Mountain team. It's just going to be a fun game, and seeing how this whole thing goes. And there is 3.
Well, there's a 3 from Ireland early, set up, though, from what would have been a beautiful layup from Justin Bell. But you want to talk about, we said this is a guard-heavy team in Latin America. The lack of size really hurting Latin America there on the offensive board by Bell to kick out to Ireland early as he gets to 70 made 3s on the season. Latin America answering those. They've probed inside the paint on almost every possession down here for the first half of the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's been the early story of the game so far. Latin America, they started off really well. Rocky Mountain able to battle back, but Latin America having an answer for Rocky Mountain's responses so far.
Good defense there inside. I believe that was Orville Cristo on the block, getting the assignment on Daquan McDougal. I beg your pardon, that would be Franklin Tyson. Do apologize. Franklin Tyson starting at center. Maury Washington checking in, and Justin Bell back and forth, in and out. Gets 2 more to go. That's 6 now. 6 straight from Bell. 6 straight plus an assist. And Justin Bell involved in the last 9 points for Rocky Mountain.
And, you know, when you are the #1 guy on a team like Justin Bell is, that's what you're supposed to do. I think be involved everywhere in terms of both offense and defense, helping your team score points, be it you actually scoring the points or getting assists to your teammates as well. That's what makes, in my opinion, a good #1 guy who can do a little bit of everything on the floor for your team.
Red Jointer off the front rim. Jointer has been playing well, the Tijuana, Mexico native. He's really blossomed. He's joined the team after 8 games of the regular season, already surpassed, but second on the team in scoring behind just Edgar Fernandez. Step back from Bell, and Justin Bell has got it going on here in this first quarter. 8 points now from Bell. He's got the Rocky Mountain Monsters up by 3 here in a pivotal final game of the regular season. Now guarding on Edgar Fernandez, the quick, shifty Fernandez. Not able to get past Bell's 6'6" frame. That's about putting on a clinic in the first quarter here, showing why exactly he projects to be a top 10 player next season if he's not already there. That one, no kicks
doing
around.
it all. Single-handedly, Justin Bell, pretty much. It's been a joy to watch him through the early part of this game, and I feel like if he's rolling now, that's only going to mean good things for Rocky Mountain going forward.
We be all right over there, B-Ron?
Yeah, man, I'm talking. I don't know, man. Solid air wrong or something.
Colorado herb, is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Altitude poisoning. Did our medical staff on that one. Another good defensive possession last time down from Bell. Rocky Mountain up by 3, seeking first place in the conference. #1 overall seed. Here's Zane Davis, deep 3. That won't go off the back rim. Davis checks in on an extremely deep Rocky Mountain squad. It's a steal there from Gaffney. He gets the bench roll behind the backcourt of Ireland Early and Gaffney. There's Justin Bell left wide open. He'll go to the rack against J-Mo. 2 more, 10 points. Justin Bell cooking here in the first quarter.
Absolutely cooking to begin the game here, Justin Bell. And, you know, Rocky Mountain, they are playing really good defense tonight, and lately especially.
A powerful slam there from Latin America. Good ball movement inside. Red Jointer set that one up, feeding to the easy 2-point slam. I believe that was Tyson. Here's Justin Bell. Wants the fadeaway. If he gets that one to go, that is a heat check of a heat check as you're going to get here in the Colorado Rockies.
Absolutely.
Here's Fernandez getting a screen. Pulls up for the mid-range. Gets that to go. That one over top of Zane Davis. Fernandez.
Good look there from Fernandez. Sorry, Marsh. Good look there from Fernandez. I really want him to kind of be a little more aggressive here tonight. But do it in a way where it doesn't put the team into a hole, if that makes sense.
Justin Bell, unconscious in the first quarter. A 3-pointer falls. He's got 13. The feed from Gaffney. Late here in the first quarter, Justin Bell continues to get going. Jointer unable to get that one. Franklin Tyson beats the buzzer with the one-handed Statue of Liberty dunk. And that will be our score at the end of one, 18-16. Rocky Mountain, powered by Justin Bell, doing just about everything. First place in the conference, #1 overall seed on the line in the race to 1. Rocky Mountain chasing it down, up by 2.
Mama getting the brand new Benz, and back gon' get what she gives. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXB for the win. I put this shit on my granny. Go reserve them seats at the Grammys. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXB for the win. Tell me what you won't do. you see inside no photos. Girlfriend ass on whoa. And we stay down like 10 toes. And I'm still on high. Y'all niggas still on crack pot. Y'all niggas think y'all Tupac. Y'all niggas smoking that wop young boy.
Oh, I got the feeling, yeah. Oh, you in your feelings, yeah. Mama, we winning, yeah. Lord willing, yeah. I got the metro booming. Waving for metro booming. Mask off, I see the future. JR and no shooters.
We're back here, Cattle Ranch Event Center. Rocky Mountain Monsters on top by 13 points. Justin Bell, 6 of 11 shooting in that first quarter, has got Rocky Mountain a good defense there by none other than Lucas Banks. But a efficient first quarter from the Monsters' leading scorer. However, Latin America not going away. B-Run, multiple guys with 4 points. Franklin Tyson, one of them with a pair of dunks inside. Good first quarter there from Tyson, manning the middle of this team that's undersized against Rocky Mountain, yet they're not playing like it. Is driving hard to the rack is Rizzo. Can't get that to go. Second follow-up won't fall either. Rebound heads to Banks as he pushes in transition. Maury Washington trying to go off the dribble. The big man draws a foul on Tyson. But B-Run, a really great first quarter from Justin Bell as he remains in the game here to start the second quarter in what is, you could make the argument, is a must-win game, but that's not the important part right now. So far, it's Justin Bell.
Absolutely. Justin Bell has been off to a phenomenal start. You mentioned it, 6 of 11 to start the game. And we talk about efficiency, especially from your number one guy. That's what that looks like. And now, obviously, you could say, oh, he can make all the shots and he'd be efficient that way too. Yes, that's true. But you could take 11 shots and make one of them, and we're talking about you in a completely different manner. So Justin Bell tonight started off extremely well, and hoping to see him keep it up for the rest of the way. But to Latin America's credit, they've come in and they've hung around, and they're in this game, and they don't have much to play for except to play spoiler for Rocky Mountain tonight.
Play spoiler and bump Rocky Mountain down to the 2 seeds now. Steal here from Justin Bell, doing everything on both sides of the ball. He's going to push in semi-transition. Picked up on the right wing, brings it to the middle. Kicks. Zane Davis gets it to go. Second assist there from Justin Bell. He's fed 2 passes now to Zane Davis and Ireland Early.
Man, he is doing everything tonight for Rocky Mountain. He's playing defense, he's, dishing the ball, scoring as well. Rocky Mountain Bells, man.
Rocky Mountain Bells indeed. Justin Bell cooking here early on. Interim head coach Olson Myers tempting potentially a 32-point game as Bell has not rested in the first, now in the second quarter. Picking up on defensive foul called there on Bell. We'll see if that draws anything, but that will send Jeremiah Castillo to the line. Shoot 2. We're going to step aside real quick. Coming back after this, Castillo at the line. Welcome back. Rocky Mountain on top by 4. Latin America at the free throw line. We remind you to subscribe and turn on notifications to SimWorld TV here on YouTube, the exclusive home of the Race to 1. So make sure that you are not missing a single minute of action. August 12th, the Race to 1 in Houston begins with a culmination on August 19th. Our champion will be crowned, as we're here at the Cattle Ranch Event Center. Justin Bell taking a seat here for the first time. Let's see how long that lasts. We've got a little spotlighting here, the rodeo lighting. Of course, rodeo will be in town tonight. They'll do the quick transition between hoops to hogs tonight at the Cattle Ranch Event Center. So we're getting some mood lighting here in the second quarter.
Yeah, testing it out, seeing if it works, I guess.
Dan Davis finds the ball over to Ireland early. Swings his way back around. Davis wants 3. Can't get it to go. That'll stay inbounds. Kind of pushing transition is Latin America. Up to Castillo. That won't fall. Rocky Mountain's defense anchored by Ireland early. He's going to be called for a charge there. His first foul here, coming with 6:10 left in the second quarter. The spotlights return for us.
I don't know about that charge. It looked like a clean bump to me, but that's why I'm over here with you, I guess.
And we're not the ones with the black and white stripes on, so Cesar Castaneda can't get it together. Charges, though, certainly a rare one. Here's Booby Walker checking in for Rocky Mountain. He's driving in, slamming home. Booby Walker, a leaper. 2 more.
Man, always impressive to watch the kid take to the sky like that and throw it down with some ferocious authority.
Ball swinging around here. Latin America hanging around thanks to a diverse offensive approach. Driving to the rack is Clitzo. He won't take the shot. Instead, it's kicked outside. That's a 3. And indeed, it's true. Roveo gets that to go. Akiyama Roveo.
Great shot there from Roveo. Took it quickly, too, off of the pass to him, which is really good. You want to have a quick release in a spot like that. We don't have a lot of space to get the shot off, and it worked out in his favor that time.
Dougal. Dougal there for 2 points. Lead returns. Here's an alley-oop attempt. That's Castaneda. He gets it to go. Latin America sitting around. Of course, Tim Bilardi, no stranger to facing Rocky Mountain. In fact, handed them their worst loss of the season when at the time he was the head coach of Gotham 5. 26-point defeat. Plenty has changed since then for both Bilardi and Gotham 5, however. Parted from the team
and for Rocky Mountain, to their credit as well.
Indeed, in Ireland early, striping the net. Gaffney and Bell come up. That's a timeout for Latin America. 4:09 to play in the second quarter. Rocky Mountain, 4-point edge at home with a chance to claim first place in the conference. Back here at the Cattle Ranch Event Center in Colorado. Rocky Mountain on top by 4 here in the timeout. Latin America taking this one, their first time out of the game. Reminder, August 12th, at long last, the Race to One is here. Make sure you are not missing a single game of action. All games will be broadcast here on SimWorld TV. All of them will be taking place in Houston. A opportunity for someone to walk away as the champion. That all tips off Saturday, August 12th. We've got 1, 2:30, 4, and 5:30. And then another quadruple header follows that on Sunday the 13th. So make sure you are tuning in here on SimWorld TV for all the action.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredibly busy and incredibly fun time for kids, parents, players, coaches, broadcasters like us alike. Everywhere in the world, we're paying attention to SimWorld Hoops and SimWorld TV during the Race to One. And I'm really excited to get that going, because if it's anything like last season's tournament set at We Saw Marsh, it's going to be fantastic, and there's going to be a lot of surprises and upsets along the way as well.
Indeed it will be. Plenty of upsets involved Seattle and Houston making surprise runs. Upsets of Tim Belotti's New York squad as Jaquan McDougal can't get that to go. Headed the other way, Latin America can't get the bucket inside. Back and forth, both defenses playing well here to start the second quarter. Surpassed the midway point. Here's Kenneth Gaffney, swings that one over.
Yeah, both defenses are playing really well here to begin, midway through here, the second quarter. Maybe for Rocky Mountain, we'll have to do with Justin Bell not being in the game, perhaps. But, hey.
Jaquan McDougal can't get two follows to go. The tip and then the attempted putback. McDougal has struggled here. There's an offline jumper as well for Latin America. McDougal driving inside, trying to find some space. Up, under, gets it. McDougal. Tough bucket. Nonetheless, 31-25.
Yeah, absolutely tough bucket there from Jaquan McDougal, but that's a lot. That's one of those effort plays where you get to a good spot and don't give up on the play. Once you get stopped the first time, make another move, see what you can do with it, and it worked out.
Ball swings over, Pablo Montejo, a brief open look. Instead, it's a triple for Latin America. I believe that was Ravello. Could be wrong though. I think I am wrong. Anyhow, 31-28, 2 minutes to play here in the second. Boobie Walker with the ball. He gets a screen from Lucas Banks, and that opens him up for an easy two. Boobie Walker taking over a little bit here late in the second quarter. Justin Bell heads to the scorer's table here. Here is Ravello.
Yeah, and for Rocky Mountain, I think it's going to be critical for them to have a lot of other players get involved, which, we've seen throughout the season. We've seen many players on this team get involved and have big games. Tonight, it's Justin Bell, but, you might need a guy like Boobie Walker, Lucas Banks, Zane Davis, the usual suspects to get involved and have their own impact on this game as well.
McDougal stifled inside. Good defense. Franklin Tyson has had a really impactful first half, and that is going to be a foul on McDougal. That's going to send Montejo to the free throw line, but a little bit of a frustration foul there from McDougal as he was shut down from Franklin Tyson. Tyson has really impacted both ends of the floor. Good defense on one end and some verticality on the other end for a couple of slams for Latin America.
Yeah, McDougal has been frustrated these past two possessions with the defense from Franklin Tyson there, but you know what? That is a good thing for Tyson. You want to show, especially in a game like this, that you're not going to just give up and roll over. None of these kids are on Latin America for that matter. So, good start there for them, for sure.
2 missed free throws though, as Montejo, 61% free throw shooter, unable to get either of his attempts there. Here's Justin Bell going to work now on J-Mo. Oh, pull up 3.
Oh, man.
Deep 2, we're going to call it, but beautiful nonetheless. Justin Bell, the hesitation, didn't have any room to operate good. J-Mo wasn't biting. He says, I'm going to take this over the top then, no problem. Justin Bell immediately enters the game and an immediate impact. The lead is up to 7. Edgar Fernandez
It's just
tries
been
to
that
drive,
kind of
nowhere to
game.
go.
Man, I was going to say, it's just been that kind of game for Justin Bell. He's like, he can do no wrong.
Here's Gaffney, kicks it outside. Dumped inside, that won't fall. Chance for the last shot if they'd like it is Latin America. 12 seconds here in the first half. Swings it over to Jointer. That finds its way to Monteo. Clock running down. 1 second to shoot. Deep 3. Halfway down and out. That's going to be our halftime score. 35-28. Rocky Mountain extends the lead to 7 after a 2-point edge at the end of the first quarter. They've got the inside track to the first place seed in the Legacy Conference thanks to a dominant first half B-run from Justin Bell.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Bell has been the engine that's made this team run and run efficiently so far tonight. Really looking forward to seeing how both he and Rocky Mountain continue to move in this game. And if it's anything like this first half we've seen, it's going to be just a continuation. It'll be smooth sailing the rest of the way for Rocky Mountain. But got to give credit where it's due to Latin America. They've come in and they have, they had to lead early and let it get away from them. But they have done a good job of sticking around in this game. So we'll see what kind of changes they make heading into the second half. Really get themselves going.
15 points from Justin Bell leads the way for Rocky Mountain. Second half on deck.
And to make it 2-possession game, and they will.
Definitely gonna have to look elsewhere.
Oh!
We're back, second half of action in Colorado. Rocky Mountain holding a 7-point advantage over Latin America. They're 16 minutes of basketball away from first place in the Legacy Conference. Leading that as we head to the race to 1 in just over a week, 9 days, August 12th. That kick tips off in Houston. Justin Bell carrying the load here, 15 points, 4 boards, a pair of assists for Rocky Mountain as they had an efficient second quarter to get the lead. Here's a step-back jumper from Edgar Fernandez. Pick scoring off here in the third.
Yeah, it seems like interim coach Olson Myers for Rocky Mountain is really letting Justin Bell go out there and showcase his skills tonight. And you know what? If that was the plan coming in, it's surely working.
Well, what is working as well is Ireland early from deep, and then good defense from McDougal, but a putback, an offensive board, and then some bad defense, and I believe we're going to get a flagrant foul called here on Daquan McDougal. Indeed we are. We're going to get a flagrant foul. That's going to send Franklin Tyson to the free throw line after really great defense there from Daquan McDougal. He's called for a flagrant.
Yeah, not sure where exactly or what.
Oh, well, we can see where. He slapped down pretty obviously, and he picked a good guy to foul him, but actually he didn't. That's the first missed free throw, I beg your pardon, of Franklin Tyson's season.
I guess my point is I don't know if that's warranted for a flagrant. Just slap and all. We've seen harder fouls that don't get called for flagrants.
Well, of course, the challenge with a flagrant is that it's very much up to the discretion of the referee.
Yeah. That's more so where I was going with that one.
Both having their determination. A bit of flagrant. Here's J-Mo. Swings it to Fernandez. Pull-up jumper, yes sir. Red jointer for 2. He's coming alive here a little bit here in the second, now into the third quarter. In Latin America. Gaffney up top.
You know, Latin America may be very guard-heavy, Marks, but I think that they have a lot of players on their team that next season are going to make a big impact.
Ireland Early's making an impact right now, though, B-Ron. Another pull-up 3. Just like, then I think the challenge here, B-Ron, is the avalanche, no pun intended, of Rocky Mountain can come at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about them, and this is why they're my favorite to win the whole thing, they have a multitude of kids who can get it done at any point in time. And if, 1, 2, or 3 of them all get going at the same time, it's nasty.
Gaffney getting rolling, can't get the bucket to fall, but go downhill. And you're absolutely right. Zane Davis probably starts on most every other team. He's a 55% shooter off the bench. It's great defense from Daquan McDougal, springing in transition. Here's Gaffney here. He gets past Tyson, wants it to get through, won't. Foul call there on Montejo. That'll send Gaffney to the line. But Zane Davis shooting 55%, 43 made threes. Coming into the night, that was second on the team, and he comes off the bench. Booby Walker, 56% shooter from the floor, great vertical threat. Maury Washington at 6'9", 254. That's their 6, 7, 8 guys. This is likely all 3 of those dudes are starting in most any other situation. Yet here in Rocky Mountain, they're coming off the bench. It's an exceptionally deep roster with a starting 5 that has truly established themselves from 1 through 5 as a group that just works.
Right, absolutely. And we talk about their depth and the depth of other teams like Bay Area, for example, too, where, Bay Area has a lot of top-level talent and a lot of those kids could start on other teams and have a significant impact there as well. I think that just shows the level of overall talent that's here in Sim War Hoops. The fact that we have 2 teams in the league that have kids that could start on any other team and be productive members of those teams.
Certainly 2 of the deeper teams that could, of course, meet in the race to win championship game. Rebound here from Gaffney, up and this from Fernandez. Kicks it to Justin Bell. He's eyeing up a corner 3, doesn't take it. Wide open inside, though. The double team leaves McDougal. Some miscommunication from Latin America leaves McDougal wide open inside. Justin Bell easily finds him for his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, poorly timed double team there from Latin America. Nobody communicated after it happened too, which led to McDougal being wide open for the easy finish.
Jointer gets his own miss. Tips it away from Zane Davis to get there. He's got a screen now. That comes from Castaneda. Dishes inside to Castaneda. He gets it to go. They're going to need some Castaneda here in the second half. He's one of the few guys with the size and athleticism to be able to contend here with Rocky Mountain. Here's Lucas Banks. He wants to go to work on Castaneda, and he will!
The ISO work, wow.
We don't see much of Lucas Banks in ISO, but he's one of the best playmakers from the forward position in SimWorld Hoops. 6'8", 195, very often is he taking the ball as Edgar Fernandez buries a 3. Gets us back to 9, but Lucas Banks, you'll see him taking the ball up many times. This is a team that does not rely on a traditional point guard. It could be Justin Bell. It could be Lucas Banks. It could be Kenneth Gaffney. It's a very diverse attack as Justin Bell powering his way down, gets his own miss. Up, and he's going to go up on the wrong side of the hoop there.
Oh, man.
Well, not top 10 for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. One of those JaVale McGee, Shaq a few moments for sure, man.
Definitely was. You cannot do that in some, well, in any form of basketball. So, here we are, 3:15 to play. Rocky Mountain up 9. Fernandez pulling 3. Can't get it to go. Fernandez trying to force the ball in a little bit as we see Lucas Banks. He wants another ISO shot. He's got Fernandez on him. Let's see if he takes advantage. He doesn't. Dishes it to Emmett Gaffney.
I would say that would have been a fun matchup to see right there. Fernandez got him to get it away from him though. So a win in theory, perhaps maybe.
Bobby Walker can't get that to go, but the size advantage of Lucas Banks keeps the possession alive. Zane Davis waiting for three-pointer to free up. It'll be Gaffney, so he's gonna have to heave one here at the buzzer. Halfway down, would have been a bomb of a shot.
Man, that was way too close for comfort if you're Latin America.
Fans on their feet after that one. Here's Castaneda. He's off the front rim. Board here from Banks. He's going to push. Trying to get them on their heels. Slowing it down instead. Ball swings its way to Banks.
He's looking at Banks from over here. He doesn't look like he's 6'8". To me, he looks like he's a little bit shorter than that. But the way that he's able to play the 4 at the level that he does is impressive.
Halfway down on the 3, I believe that was Santa Maria. But indeed, he plays the game very skilled, very efficiently. Certainly not a Booby!
Man!
Taking flights in some Air Jordans. Booby Walker walking on the moon when he gets up. And Zane Davis called for the foul, but the pounded through here is Castaneda. The dunk and 1. Chance to pull him within 8.
Man, emphatic finishes on both ends there. I see your Duncan raising one of our own. Love to see it.
Highlight reel game that we've got here that remains competitive. Latin America certainly within striking distance here in the 3rd quarter. Out-of-town score for you. 79-73 win for the Originators. As that ends their 4-game losing streak. They're going to enter the playoff race to 1 on a win. So a positive finish there. 2 more points for Rocky Mountain.
Good finish there for the OGs, winning that game and going into the race one with some positive momentum on their side. Coach Dodds will be very happy about that, and maybe it'll get the media opportunities back for at least a moment.
Ooh, Edgar Fernandez. A little acrobatics, and Tim Bellardi excited about that one. And one, Edgar Fernandez.
What a play from Fernandez. Taking the contact and somehow getting the acrobatic circus shot to fall. My goodness.
And that win for the Originators actually throws. We're going to check on this before we do much reporting. Is Lucas Banks up top. So this does actually throw a wrench into tonight, and we'll tell you why. Unable to get the bucket there is Rocky Mountain. If Rocky Mountain loses, they would finish the season 22-9. The Originators, as a 3 falls there, the Originators own the tiebreaker. So a loss here from Rocky Mountain would drop them to the 3rd seed and earn a matchup with Beyond the Arch and Tyson Simpson. So we'll get to that in the 4th quarter. We're winding down here in the 3rd. Here's Ireland early. Tough sledding. Tough shot. Won't go. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. 51-47. Rocky Mountain. The stakes have been raised. A win and the top seed in the Legacy Conference is theirs. A loss and they fall to the 3rd seed. A lot at stake. Rocky Mountain up for 4th quarter. Up next. fourth quarter. You know what, B-Ron, I'm going to toss this one to you.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter.
Oh. Put those fours up, folks. It is fourth quarter time. Take it back, Mark.
There we go. 4-point lead for Rocky Mountain. Chance
do it, man.
to lock up the top seed, but a loss coupled with that win from the Originators is Justin Bell up in.
Ooh.
Cooking here as he kicks off the fourth. Chance a loss would send him to 3, so the stakes have been risen above what they already were as Edgar Fernandez somehow gets that one past Booby Walker for 2 points to answer. We've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds of high-octane, high-pressure basketball on deck.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Marsh. With a win, Rocky Mountain now will lock up that 1 seed for sure, but a loss will bump them down to 3 because of the tiebreaker that the Originators own over them. So that's a huge difference when you talk about your potential games. You go from, if you win, playing Bad Boys, to losing going on to 3, you're playing Beyond the Arch. It's a big difference in terms of how you prepare for those two teams in those 2 games.
Also, the latter, you're dealing with Tyson Simpson. The former, you're dealing with Lorenzo Phenom. Corey Washington with the block. Here comes Lucas Banks trying to put a little handle together. Can't get that to go, and a foul called subsequently as he throws Castaneda to the floor.
Little bit too antsy trying to go after the rebound. I like the effort, wanting to follow your shot, but that's not how you do it.
Checking in here. Justin Bell moving up to 3. Ireland early on the floor. Kenneth Gaffney. Corey Washington and Lucas Banks, the 5 on the floor here for Rocky Mountain. Montejo feeds it over to Jointer. Castaneda with the screen. Jointer downhill. Pull up. Jumper. Won't fall. Banks the board.
I would have liked to have seen Jointer try to use the glass on that one. He was leaning, and I think in that position you maybe have a better angle of trying to bank it, but maybe he didn't have the right angle from where he was on the floor from where I'm sitting.
Three-pointer Ireland early. Yes, sir!
Whoa!
His 3rd of the game, 3rd of the second half, or 4th of the game, 3rd of the second half. Ireland early cooking. Picking up some of that offensive workload to support Justin Bell. Lead back up to 9, +5 here in this 4th quarter. Edgar Fernandez yet again, though, answering the bell.
Fernandez looking really good tonight, and he's done his part for sure to keep Latin America in it. This is the kind of play you expect to see from a kid with Fernandez's talents, for sure.
Inside, Maury Washington, the size advantage on Jointer. He's got 70 pounds and 5 inches on Jointer, and that was the difference there. Washington powering it inside for 2 points.
Also, too, heads-up play to recognize the mismatch was there immediately and attack it. Sometimes you see these kids wait a little too long to get to a mismatch and find it like that, but the fact that they identified it immediately and went right to it, exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And who else but Justin Bell will be the one to make that pass? He has his fingerprints all over tonight's action. Here's Maury Washington, guarded by Castaneda. Inside, but blocked from behind from Castaneda.
Wow, what a big block from Castaneda. Not giving on, he got beat, but didn't give up on the play, and look at Maury Washington.
Washington returning the favor, the steal. Picks it to Ireland early. Up top to Gaffney. Screen from Washington, trying to get downhill, unable to find anything. Ball swings. Back inside again. Washington, another mismatch. He won't take advantage of it, though. That was Pablo Montejo. A little bit more verticality. Here's Lucas Banks, a 3, won't fall. Rebound for Montejo.
Man, that's a tough pill to swallow there. Maury Washington had the matchup he wanted, decided not to attack it. They get a poor shot with the clock winding down and only get one opportunity at it.
There's Castaneda over Edgar Fernandez, the 3 off the front rim. Left it just a touch short. Would have put this game to back within 4. Instead, we're under 3.5 to play, 7-point advantage. Swinging its way around to Justin Bell. They've got the matchup inside of Washington and Castaneda. We'll see if Bell goes to it. He will.
There it is.
Lucas Banks flowing through. Washington up and
Man. The last 3-4 possessions, they've done that exact same thing. Pass it around to the right side. Rory Washington down here in the paint there, and that time, once again, they got it to go off a mismatch.
Castaneda answers. That's a timeout for Rocky Mountain. 2:56 to play here in the fourth. We'll step aside, coming back for the conclusion in Colorado. .256 to play in the fourth quarter. Rocky Mountain on top by 7 here at the Cattle Ranch Event Center in Colorado. A win, the first place seed in the Legacy Conference for Rocky Mountain is theirs. A loss, they drop down to number 3 thanks to a big win from DJ Wagner and the Originators. One of their final before we turn it back here. A 91-72 win. 29 points for Nas Hall. Philadelphia beating SimWorld Europe. If you'd like to join the SimWorld Hoops team, got plenty of openings on our sports media staff. So if you want to be behind the mic, asking the questions, writing the stories, or involved in any capacity, please join the Discord, discord.gg/SimWorldNBA, and put in your application there.
Yeah, we would love to have you on the media team with us. It's a lot of fun. It's going to ramp up even more with the race to 1. Words all tangled up here, man. Race to 1 coming up. So get on board for that for sure.
Fourth quarter, under 3 to play. Ireland early. He's got 15. He's 5 of 5 from deep as they dump this one inside. They left Maury Washington in. They're going with a 2-big lineup. And Washington, he's got 10 now. He takes advantage of another mismatch. I believe that was Jointer who they stuck on him on defense. They've got Maury Washington and they've got Daquan McDougal on the floor to a team that's already... Oh, Jointer inside.
Man.
6th assist from Jointer. None flashier than that one.
Spreading the love for sure. And, back to Maury Washington and Daquan McDougal be on the floor. That's a coach making a smart decision to see that a team is small and countering it with a move of your own. Going to a 2-big setup here is the best decision that you could make in a moment like this, my personal opinion.
Big lineup from top to bottom. The Lucas Banks turns it over. J-Mo decides to pull up from transition. Down 7, under 2 to play. A lengthy lineup here for Rocky Mountain. The Monsters looking like it right now. Driving to the rack. Can't get it to go. Good defense there from Maury Washington. Looked like that impacted the shot. Swings it over to Justin Bell. He's got 17. He's 4 since a great first quarter. Hasn't been nearly as aggressive, though hasn't needed to. Pull up there. Gets it to go.
Oh, man.
The hang in the air. Midi from Justin Bell. 9-point game, and that could just about do it.
That was so pretty, man.
Another good defensive possession from Maury Washington. And with 1 minute left to play, I think we're looking at our top seed. You can just about put it away. Here's Ireland early, though, for good measure, a deep 2. Puts it to 11, and that will just about do it. Rocky Mountain closes this one out strong. A phenomenal game from Justin Bell. Ireland early is going to end up with at least 17, and Maury Washington playing third fiddle. J-Mo gets that to go over top of Washington.
It's been a team-oriented kind of game for them tonight, and that's been a theme for them all season long, really, Marsh, up to this point, and it continues here tonight. A little bit of something from everybody here in a win at home with the home crowd cheering you on the last time before they'll make the long trip to Houston for the race to 1 in the next week or so. So we'll expect all the fans will travel well, I'm sure, cheer these kids on, but man, number 1 seed, Rocky Mountain Monsters, they've got it locked up, and it's going to be fun to watch them in the race to 1.
Indeed it will be. They will match up with Bad Boys basketball. They'll play either August 12th or the 13th. The race to 1 schedule still to be announced, but that's going to do it for the regular season on SimWorld TV. The next time we talk with you, we will be in Houston for the race to 1. Rocky Mountain, the top seed in the Legacy Conference, the 2nd overall seed behind Southeast Select. Both of them finished with 23 wins. For my partner in the booth, B-Ron, our production team, thank you all for joining us. We will see you in Houston, and as always, see the game, be the game.